And I'm printing at last dbms underscore output dot put underscore. Then I print the L underscore count. What is the message I will get it? What is the outcome? So if I execute this procedure, what is the result? వాట్ ఇస్ ద చెప్పాలి మీరు ఏమొస్తుంది చెప్పండి అది ఫ్రమ్ ఏ స్పెల్లింగ్ రా ఓకే షూర్ యా నేను కరెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను అది ఓకే గుడ్ నెక్స్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ చెప్పండి $7788 ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది ఓకే ఇంకొక చిన్న మిస్టేక్ ఉంది కనుక్కోండి
సార్ డిక్లేర్ లో వేరియబుల్ కి డేటా టైప్ డిక్లేర్ చేయాలి.
ఎస్ దిస్ అ సెకండ్ మిస్టేక్ ఓకే గుడ్ ఐఎమ్ పుట్టింగ్ ఎ నెంబర్ ఓకే ఇంకొక చిన్న మిస్టేక్ ఉంది చెప్పండి మహేష్ గో హెడ్ కరెక్ట్
Sir,
యా tell me. So what is the third mistake? Why? Why is not correct?
ఏ కాలం సార్ కాలం నేమ్
No. That is my requirement. Yeah, that's not right. That's not wrong one. It's not a mandatory to take the column name. Yeah. You can take anything. A, X, 1, 2, 3. Anything I can select. That is my choice.
no.
No. Still there is some error.
సార్ నాట్
select
ఇండికేటెడ్
count
విత్
star?
ఇన్ కాలం సార్
No. Forget about whether it's a count star or whatever it may be. This is my code here. So let me know. Is there any wrong or so what is the variable data type?
నెంబర్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఇండికేటెడ్
Super.
First.
That is the okay na. So number okay na. Number data type okay na. Won't store the sorry. String data type nothing but character data type won't store in the variable. So if I put here one, then will it work? Yeah, it will work without any.
yes sir within call.
Yeah. So you don't think column name. You can put anyway. 1, 0, X, Y. Anything I can use. That's my developer choice here. Don't say that's wrong. Okay. The only the problem is the data type is mismatching. Here we declared with the number. Then I am trying to assign A. So it's a developer mistake. It's not an Oracle problem. As a developer, I am the wrong person. Okay. So by mistake, if I develop a procedure and register as a concurrent program and submit a program. So no, forget about that concurrent program here. In the standalone SQL developer, what will happen? What will happen? You will get a message in the buffer. In the buffer, you will get a message saying that okay, numeric or value error. So that the message will get it. So coming to Oracle application here, there is no buffer. Listen here carefully. Coming to Oracle applications, there is no buffer. We have the log file. Okay, na? So this error buff will capture those type of messages. It's Oracle message. So here the Oracle will throw the message like a numerical value error. So this error buff will capture those type of messages and print in the log file. Maybe if you want, you can print your own custom messages also. Yesterday, hello, this is message for output file, log file or output file. That is my custom message. Okay. So finally, here the error buff means there is no buffer in the Oracle applications. So this error buffer will capture those messages dynamically and print in the log file. So that's a very, very important here. So that's why, okay, now we should take the error buffer, one of the out parameter. Okay. The second one is return the code. Nothing is there. Just it is used to capture the message. That's it. Okay, na? So it's again out parameter and the data type is number. It is used to get or set. Suppose you developed a proper code here and you submit a program, then Oracle will return a zero. Listen here, very, very, very important. Every time, every procedure, you should use the right. Forget about error buffer. No one will use error buffer, but we need to declare. That's mandatory. So declaration, you have to take it. But later, you want to use the error buffer. But red code here in every program will use. Okay, na? So it is an out parameter and the data type is number. It is used to get or set. If you don't want, you can set a status of your concurrent programs. Example here, if you develop a proper code, then by default, Oracle will return a red code value as a zero. That means success. If write wrong, something wrong, okay, na? By default, Oracle will return as a two. So sometimes here, I developed one program, but that means wrong data I received from the legacy. Listen here carefully. Wrong data I received from the legacy. So program is correct. Then as a developer, what I will do, I will set my program status to 2. By default, Oracle will return a 0 because everything is correct. My code is correct, everything is correct. But the problem is some wrong data is there, maybe duplicate data is there in the database. In that case, I want to alert my business users. I want to okay, show some notifications. Then I will set my red code status to 2. Then automatically my program will go to red color. That means error. The user will come to know something is the problem. If the program goes successfully, the user won't look into log file. So that's why in that case we'll use the red code value by changing the status, maybe completed or normal or completed or warning, the completed error, the user will look into the log file. Otherwise, if the program is go success, the user won't look into v output and v log normally in real time. So that's why we have to change the status. By setting the status to the maybe yellow or red color in real time, maybe the user will look into the log file and he will start the ticket. He will create an incident or ticket based on his problem. Okay, na? So that's why we should take two mandatory parameters, error buffer and red code. Next one here. Then how to display messages. So if it is a buffer, yes, sir, everywhere. Wherever you go, Oracle Labs. So 0 is the success, 1 is the warning, 2 is the error. These values won't change. That's correct. మీరు ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా కానీ ఎన్ని ఆర్కిల్ స్టాండర్డ్స్ చేంజ్ ఇది మనం కస్టమైజ్ చేసుకోలేము ఇవి దిస్ ఆర్ స్టాండర్డ్ అంటే బిల్ట్ ఇన్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్లో అలాగే వాటి మనం కస్టమైజ్ చేయలేము ఇంకా సో 0 ఇస్ ద సక్సెస్ 1 ఇస్ ద వార్నింగ్ 2 ఇస్ ద ఎర్రర్ దట్స్ రైట్ Next, okay, when you develop any procedure here, we are using the DBMS output dot put line to print messages in the buffer. But coming to Oracle applications, no buffer is there. So for that here, we have one option that's called as the fnd file dot put line of fnd file dot output or fnd file dot put line of fnd file dot run. With this API, we're going to print messages either in the output file or log file as per your requirement. Most of the times we'll print in the log file for debugging purpose. If you want to show to client, then we can use the output command. Okay. Na? So these two standards we need to maintain here when you develop any procedure in Oracle applications, not in the standalone. Yeah, standalone not required. So example, Nagaraj classes, that is the standalone. At the time, no need to take these two parameters, error of 100 code, no need to take the FND file input line. So when you develop any procedure for Oracle Apps environment, then these two things are the mandatory. Okay. So interview question here. So whenever that means first interview question. So what are the mandatory parameters for procedure? For any interview here, they will start with the this one. Okay, na? PLC equals stored procedure. What are the two mandatory parameters for procedure? What is your answer? Hmm. What are the two mandatory parameters? One is
Error
one is
buffer
about
red code.
red code. Then immediately they will ask what is the red code. It is used to get our set status of the program. So then third question, what are the values will given by the red code? So it will return the three values, either zero, it's a success, gray color, one warning yellow, then two red. Okay, na? So these are very, very, very important. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ లేని ఇంటర్వ్యూనే ఉండదు మీకు అసలు ఇంకా. సో దట్ మచ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇయర్. ఓకేనా? సో బెటర్ ఐ వాంట్ చేంజ్ దిస్. So these are the standards we need to follow when you develop any procedure. And one more thing here, how to get the old code from the database? How to get the code from the database? Procedure code.
Oracle.
Type the processor name.
Procedure name, right click on that.
Super.
And
Enter,
Select
pop-up display.
enter procedure name or package name or
Okay.
function name, whatever it may be. Then right click,
Pop-up description.
pop-up or describe. Pop-up or describe. So this is the one more option here. This is the one option. So today, okay, na? Today I'm going to give two more methods here. Very, very, very important. Please look into here. Keep in your minds. I won't give any navigation, but it's a mandatory. Daily it is required. Okay, na? Just look into my screen. I will say. Okay, na? Go to remote desktop. Open SQL Developer. So just what the procedure name? XXATD American Tire Distributions underscore test underscore PROC underscore RAM. So I think this is my procedure name. We'll check here whether it's correct or not. Right click, then pop up describe. Yeah, this is my correct. Okay, my procedure name. Yeah, just to copy that one. So one thing here. Yesterday, we entered procedure name, right click, pop up describe. Otherwise, we used to shift F4. Now, yes, the second approach. There is a WIS now. This is our database name, expand WIS. You could see all the object types like a table or procedure package. Then now go to procedure, right click. There is option apply filter. Click on apply filter. Then enter your procedure name. Please, this is very, very important. I will use this option. Okay, na? Then maybe you can use like operator or equal operator, whatever it may be. Okay. Then you could see object name. Then click on that one. Then the code will open. So this is the best option here instead of going with the pop-up describe. Then we'll go to third option. Select text from all underscore source where name equal to this one. Name equal to this one. Control enter. Okay, na? So now tell me here. Out of these three methods, pop-up describe, click on apply filter by expanding the database, and click on the procedure name, apply filter. The third one is the all underscore source. Out of these three methods, which is the best one? Yeah, as you are okay, na?
Pop-up
Pop-up describe is the best one. It's a simple one. It won't take much time, but may sometimes you can go with the all underscore source also. This is one of the, this is an interview question. Okay, na? Don't say in the interview pop-up describe and apply filters. Cannot at any cost don't say that answer. As a developer, this is the right answer from you. I will look into table all underscore source. Don't say I will click on the pop-up describer. Okay, now you have to say technically you have to say I will look into the table all underscore source. From that, I will get the code. Okay, so please note down here. How to extract code from database. How to extract source code from database. How to extract source code from database. Please note down here. Select the text from all underscore source where name equal to your procedure name or package name. Select the text from all underscore source where name equal to so whatever that thing. Okay. So and one more thing here. So day one here, I compile the procedure. Day one, I compiled the procedure. No problem. My procedure compiled. I developed 2000 lines, blah, blah, blah. It's compiled. So someone deleted a procedure. Drop procedure, procedure. Drop procedure. Okay. Someone, okay, na? Maybe last Saturday and Sunday, cloning happened. So once the cloning is done, then all the objects will drop. Whatever the new objects, not the old objects here. Whatever the new objects I created as part of my development, those objects will drop with the help of that means once cloning is done by DBA guys, or maybe some developer by mistake drop the procedure. So now my code is not available. Okay, na? Even I forget to keep one copy in my local machine. I didn't save in my local machine. Still, I can extract here. So there is a flexibility is there. You can click on F8. There is a keyword F8. That's a you will get the history. So total history, whatever the commands I executed, I will get all the history. Then here you can see our code. You could see. ఇదంతా మీరు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసిన హిస్టరీ అంతా స్టోర్ అవుతుంది మనకు ఓకేనా చాలా బాగుంటుంది ఇది సో బైక్ ఓకేనా లుకింగ్ ఇన్ టు దట్ సో హియర్ I can extract my code. Yeah. So best so okay na solution for developers here. For 5 lines, 10 lines, no problem. In real time, we'll develop it for 1000 lines, 2000 lines. So suddenly, okay, na, the procedure dropped. Yeah, it's not available in the database. It is a headache to developers. So the workaround is by looking into the history F8. Okay, na, by looking into the F8 history, you can see your code. Yeah. Okay, na, please note down. Yeah. Okay, how to get code from SQL developer. How to get code from SQL developer if it is deleted from database. If it is deleted from database. If it is deleted from database. Answer here F8 in the bracket history F8. If F8 is not working, what is the next solution? Maybe in your laptops, I don't think so F8 will work. So what is the next? You have to click on the F1, then F8. It will support. If F1 is enabled in your laptop here, please press always F1 if you're using the function keys. Otherwise, I remove that. Okay, na? So disable చేసుకున్నాను నేను. Then directly you can use the F8 command. Okay, so now we came to know, okay, na, how to extract the code from the database and suppose someone deleted or maybe cloning happened this last weekend. I don't see my object in the database. Then by looking into the history, you can extract the code here. So best to practice here, whenever you write any piece of code, then immediately what you have to do as a developer, you have to store in your local machine. ఒక ఫైల్ ఏదైనా సేవ్ చేసుకోండి దట్ ఈస్ ద బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అదర్వైజ్ యూ కెన్ డ్రాప్ ఎ మెయిల్ no one will delete that. Okay, like that we have to maintain the backups. Don't trust database. Sometimes it will crash or maybe sometimes cloning will happen. Sometimes maybe some other developers will okay drop the objects whatever it may be. So best to practice you have to keep in a local machine. Like that I can protect my code. Right. సో ఎన్ని క్వైరీస్ అబౌట్ ద ప్రొసీజర్? సో నేను ఏమైనా స్ట్రక్ అయ్యారా ప్రాక్టీస్ కానీ? వచ్చింది అందరికి అవుట్పుట్? ఎస్క్యూస్టార్ ప్లస్ ఓకే, మనకి వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ప్రొసీజర్స్ ఓకేనా, జస్ట్ సింపుల్గా ప్రొసీజర్ డెవలప్ చేసి కంపైల్ చేశారు అంతే కదా, టెస్టింగ్ చేశారు. ఓకే, సో టుడే ఓకేనా, ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు గో టు థర్డ్ మెథడ్ హియర్. We'll go some okay, theoretical one here. It's not practical. No need to practice. It's a pure functional work. This is not done by you guys. You can ignore that one. But as a developer, I should know. Okay, na? Today we are going to discuss a multi-arc. Nothing but a YOMO. Okay, na? YOMO stands for multi-arc. Okay, na? We'll discuss. So multi-arg means in real time here, our client is okay, have multiple business operations like multiple countries. So no need to implement software for each country. Example, we are implementing for GE. GE has a business in the 40 plus countries. GE has a business in the 40 plus countries. For each country, no need to write a separate code. So single piece of code that can support for any country, not only for the US, Canada, Germany, India, anything. So that's called as the multi-arc. That means under single implementations, right? That means writing a single piece of code to support multiple operating units, nothing but multiple countries. So that is the power of the multi-arc, multiple organizations. Okay, it's a pure functional setup here. We'll discuss that. Okay. So it will represent our company setups. Okay, na? That means company is located in how many countries, what is the company name, okay, with what name they are registered in the government, then how many service centers are there, how many warehouses are there, how many items are using, what is the stock of the company. That's called as the multi-arc. We'll discuss. So in the multi-arc here, the topmost is called as the business group. Nothing but a HRMS here, human resource informations. Example, we are going to implement for Tata. For the Tata, multiple business groups are there. Example, for Tata, how many groups are there? Tata Motors is one business group. Then Tata Consulting Services is one more. Okay, na? Then Tata Coffee. Multiple business. Tata is the only one company. Under the Tata, under that umbrella, we have the multiple plans are there, multiple business groups are there, like a Tata Motors, Tata Consulting Services, Tata Coffee, okay, like the Tata, okay, na? Insurance also. That is one more business unit. Okay, na? For each business unit, there is one setup here. Okay, na? The topmost is the business unit, nothing but a human resource information. Whenever the functional people will create that group name like a Tata Motors or Tata Consulting Services or Tata Coffee, Tata Insurance, that will store in the table HRF business groups. Not that much important here. No need to remember the table name. You can ignore, no problem. Under the business group or under the business unit, we have the legal entity. This is also not important. You can ignore. Nothing but a tax reporting unit to the government. So this is that means when you start any company in the India, yeah, we have to go to income tax portal. There we have to register, and we have to register in the MCA also. MCA, that's important, yeah, for Indian guys. Whenever you start any company in India, we have to register in the income tax as well as the MCA. Okay, na? So then the company will give one name to you. We have to suggest three names. If any duplicate is there, the MCA won't support. Out of that, they will pick one company. Okay, na? So with what name we are going to register in Indian government? That's called as the legal entity. Once we register here, then the Indian government will allocate a TAN number to you. Suppose if it's a person, they're giving the PAN number. Like that, for the companies, they're going to give the TAN number. That is authority. That means with that, we can do the business in the Indian government. That's nothing but a tax reporting into the government. Okay, na? The table name is HR legal entities. The topmost is the business unit. Under that, we have the legal entity. Okay, then ledger. This is the important here for you guys. Ledger means forget about these two tables. No one will ask, and we won't use in our development also. So then here onwards we can use. Ledgers means collection of the forces, like a currency, calendar, chart of accounts, subledger accounting method. This force is first C, second C, third one, and fourth C. These forces together we are calling it as the ledger. Okay, na? And this information will store in the GL underscore ledgers table. The table name is GL ledgers. We will discuss what is the currency calendar. Yeah? Okay. So example here, for the same GE company, US country plant, the currency is the dollar. They will use the currency dollar. For Indian guys, we will use the INR, Indian rupees. Then the Germany, euro. Then calendar year, US people will use the January to December. Our Indian guys will start to finance in the April. మనకి ఏప్రిల్ టు మార్చ్ ఉంటుంది ఇండియన్స్కి. దెన్ ఫర్ జర్మనీస్ అగైన్ ఇట్ ఇస్ జనవరి టు డిసెంబర్. Then we are using the chart of accounts, so COA1, US people, chart of account 2 will use by the Indians. Then Germany, chart of account 3. This I will explain here. What are the chart of accounts? No, I will take care of that. Then business, whether it's a liability or accrual, which one we are going to follow here. So for this USD, January to December, chart of account and liability, and combine this four and create a US underscore ledger and assign this US underscore ledgers to who are working in the US country. Listen here, country. So then assign this US underscore ledger to clients who are working in the US country. So whenever the US people will come to office and open the Oracle applications, any form, by default, they will see the currency code as the dollar. They can't change it to other than dollar. Listen here carefully. They cannot change it to other than dollar, but the restrictions. Okay. So same for this with these four combinations, the functional consultant is going to create a okay, na India ledger and assign to the Indian clients, Indian end users. Then whenever the India people will go to GE office and open the Oracle applications by default, they will see the INR, Indian rupees, whether it's a buying or selling, whatever it may be. Then they can do the transactions in the April to March, chart of account one, accrual business. For Germany, guys, say DE, Diach underscore ledger, and they can see currency code in the euro. Then they can maintain the transaction the January to December, chart of account 3, liability business. Okay, na? So this is called as the ledger here, mainly to maintain the security. That means Indian end users can create a transactions only in the INR. At any cost, they want to create in the dollar and the euro, vice versa. So the type of security I need to implement. Then we have to work on the ledger. This will done by the functional people, not by you. We are technical guys. Okay, now we don't care about the setup, sir. But once done the setup, the information will store in the tables. I need to display in my reports or maybe in packages I need to use. At that time, I will refer the those information. Okay, now, so that's called as the GL underscore ledgers. So please remember here, very, very important table. Okay. So now tell me here, as of now, what are the tables you are remembering in Oracle applications? First one is V dollar session. The second table is FND underscore product underscore groups. The third table name is FND underscore user. The fourth table name is FND underscore responsibility underscore VL. The fifth table name is FND underscore request underscore groups. So today, one more table I added. What is the table name? GL underscore ledgers. I will cover some more tables. Next. So this is the ledger, yeah. Then under the ledger, we have the operating unit. So as a developer, we are working daily here in this place, operating unit, who are working on the finance and the supply chain management. HRMS guys will work on this here. We are not HRMS guys. We are working on the finance and the supply chain management. So as a developer, mainly focus on the operating unit. So under the ledger, we have the operating unit, or sales office or division, nothing but a main branch. Okay, na? If you go to main branch here, you could see some transactions like a PO, procurement, then OM, selling, AP, account payables, AR, account receivables, then at last cash management, bank statements, reconciliation. These five type of transactions are going in the operating unit, nothing but a branch or main branch. or any sales office. The table name is HR operating. This is the right table here for developers to know the Oracle apps was implemented in how many countries or how many operating units. HR underscore operating underscore units. Very, very important table for developers. HR underscore operating underscore units. By looking into this table, you will come to know our client is using Oracle apps in how many countries. In the US, Germany, Canada, everything you will get it in this table. Suppose if they are using for only one country, you could say only one record in this table. So that's a HR underscore operating underscore units. Okay. Nothing but a country information. Under that here, we have the manufacturing plant or warehouses or inventory organizations. Suppose GE India, there is one warehouse in the ECIL, one more warehouse in the Vijayawada, Guntur, like that. That's called as the uh, MTL parameters. Nothing but a manufacturing plant here or warehouses, or we can call it the godowns అంటాం కదా మనము. So nothing but a storage plants. Okay, na? That's called as the
నా
inventory organizations